Today we're talking about hub modes and how to set them. Hub modes are a very popular way to add an extra layer of customization to your automations. Using modes, you can have your devices and automations behave differently based on the mode that your hub is in. If you've explored our automation apps such as Basic Rules, you've seen that modes can be used as a restriction so that a rule will only trigger during selected modes. If you've used our room lighting and our rule machine apps, you can set conditional actions using modes so that, for example, when a rule is triggered when the hub is in evening mode, a light will turn on at 80%, but if the rule is triggered in night mode, it will only turn on at 15%. Modes can also be used as trigger events as well, so you can set a rule that says when the hub switches to night mode, turn off all the lights. As you get more experience with your hub, you will find more and more uses for modes. But first, let's show you how to get your modes set up. You'll find modes in the hub settings and then go down here and click on modes. Your hub comes preset with 4 standard modes: day, evening, night, and away mode. Now these modes do nothing on their own. Unless you have set automations or triggers using an app, the current hub mode will never change. And even when the mode changes, the hub mode itself does not affect anything unless the mode is set as a variable or a trigger event in a rule. You can see the current mode right here. You can manually change it using this drop-down menu. If you want to change the name of your modes, that is easy to do, like so. You can add modes just by giving them a name and hitting create. Again, the name doesn't have any inherent properties. If I create an eco mode, it's not going to make my home run more efficiently unless I build automations to support that. But you can add as many modes as you want. Now obviously we don't want to keep coming back in here to change the mode manually. We want to automate this. Now you can use any automation app you want to automate your modes, but the best way to set your modes is with the Mode Manager app. Using the Mode Manager app, you can set your modes by day and time, by presence, by switches, and by buttons. So let's open the Mode Manager app and show you how this is done. So here we go. Here's the Mode Manager app. You'll see the drop-down menus here to select the modes you want to set with buttons, switches, or presence sensors. Setting modes by day and time is done up here. If you have an away mode, this will be populated here by default. Before we get down to the nitty-gritty, notice these 2 links here. With this drop-down menu, you can manually set the mode just like we did in the settings. You see in the parentheses the current mode is day, but you'll see that change to whatever mode I set here. If I decide I want to add or delete any modes, I can just click this link right here, which takes me back to the mode settings that we showed earlier. We'll start with setting modes by time, which is probably the most common method of setting modes. We can select the modes we want to set by time using the plus and minus buttons. Once we select the modes we want to set by time, we set the time by pressing the link next to each mode right here. We can set each mode to start at a single time or the earlier or later of 2 times. Setting a single time is easy. You just choose a specific time or sunset or sunrise, and you can offset it by a few minutes if you desire. Setting a mode by the earlier or later of 2 times is also pretty slick. Obviously, you'd only want to do this with a specific time and a sunrise sunset. So for evening mode, we'll select the earlier of 2 times, one being sunset and the other being 6:10 p.m. So that's all pretty straightforward. Now you may wish to set different mode triggering times on different days. Like, why would you want to set a mode to start at sunrise on a weekend? That would be insane. So if we want modes to start at a different time on different days, we click the checkbox of one of these days here and it will create a new day group. Each row here is a group which is then added to the table down here. If we want to add another day to the group, just click that day's checkbox. And to create a third group, click a check at the bottom row and a new row will be added. So let's set this up with a weekdays and a weekend group. And now we can select the times we want each mode to activate. If there is a mode you want to activate at the same time in each day group, set the same time. Or if you don't want a mode to activate at all on certain days, just leave that blank. So that's how you set modes by time. Now this skip column, this is an interesting one. When your hub is in certain modes like away mode, you want it to stay in that mode until you say otherwise, regardless of what this chart is and what time it is. So by checking this box, you're telling the hub to skip all of the mode changes based on time until the hub is no longer in this mode. Other methods of changing the mode will still work, so if your hub is in away mode and you have a button automated to switch it out of away mode, that button will reactivate all of the mode changes by time and your hub will switch into whatever mode it is supposed to be in at that time. And speaking of away mode, this is often set using presence sensors, so let's show that next. We'll select away mode from this drop-down menu and it opens up these options for setting modes with presence sensors. Your phone can act as a presence sensor using the Hubitat mobile app, so check out our video for how to set that up. So we'll select our sensors here, which is my phone and my wife's phone. Once our sensors are selected, we can choose if we want the mode to trigger when we leave the house or when we arrive at the house. We'll keep it at leave. And we can also select if we want it to trigger anytime either one of our phones leave or only when both of our phones have left. We also have the choice to select a time period for our presence sensors to be active. Leave this blank if you want the presence sensors to trigger the mode at any time. We also have the option to use presence sensors to turn away mode off when we return. Remember, your hub always has to be in a mode, so when you return from away mode, the hub will switch into whatever mode it would normally be in based on the timetable up here. So based on our settings, if we return home at 3:30 p.m., the hub would switch into day mode. To set this up, we need to again select our two sensors, and we'll set this to any, so the mode will change when either I or my wife return home. Finally, there's a skip box here, and just like above, if there are any modes during which you want to disable the setting mode by presence sensors, you can do that here. Our last two options of setting mode by buttons or switches are very similar. We'll start with buttons. Again, select the mode you want to set. We have a button by our bed set to sleepy time mode, so we'll select that and we're done. Switches work the same. The only difference is that you can select if you want modes to be set when a switch turns on or off. So those are all the ways you can set up your modes using the Mode Manager app. Again, you can set your modes using other apps as well, but Mode Manager puts it all in one place that's easy to edit and visualize. Now that your modes are set, you can go use them in your automations. And for an example of that, check out this video right here. Until next time, thanks for watching, and thanks for elevating your environment with Hubitat Elevation.